Today we're going to take some notes on the new verb, venir. Venir means to come. Now, if you remember when we first learned the passé composé with some verbs having to do with motion to or from a place, venir was one of them. So let's look at this verb in the present tense. Venir means to come. These are the different forms. Je viens, tu viens, il, elle, ou on vient. Notice they're all pronounced the same. Practice pronouncing these if you need to pause. And now let's look at the plural forms. Nous venons, vous venez. And then if you remember the verb prendre, it had something a little bit different about the il, elle plural form. This one does too. Il ou elle viennent. Now, notice that inside the boot, these verbs all kind of start the same way. You see how they start with this vient part? Okay, but it's the nous and vous form which are different. The nous form is going to be important for when we make the imparfait. But right now, we're looking at the present tense of venir. Here's a couple of examples. Tu viens avec nous au cinéma. Tous les ans, beaucoup de touristes viennent en France. There's also a very common expression when you want to talk about where you're from. And we say, for instance, this is where I'm from, c'est d'où je viens. I have a song that uses this that I'll have us play, or that I'll have us watch. But it's a very common expression, okay, where I'm from. When we were learning how to say where we were from, we didn't know this verb yet, so we simply said, je suis de Gurney. But really we want to say that we come from Gurney, so we would say, je viens de Gurney, okay, or d'où je viens? Je viens de Gurney. Then we have some verbs with some prefixes that follow the same pattern. They're conjugated the same way as you would conjugate venir. Revenir, which means to come back, and devenir, which means to become. They should look familiar to you because these are also a couple of those Van de Tramp verbs. So venir, revenir, and devenir all become the same. Their past participles should look familiar to you. Venu, revenu, and devenu. In the passé composé, because these are Van de Tramp verbs and they have to do with motion to or from a place, être will be used as the helping verb. Elle est devenue très riche et elle est revenue dans son village natal. Natal means her birth village. Okay, natal is birth, like our word natal. Okay, so that's it for this verb. Now, go through this and in your notes include these questions. I'll check these as well. If you have someone in your group when we're going over these who does not have this done, then you'll give them the question without the verb and you'll guide them to put in the correct answer. Notice that it will be asking you for a tense. So here it wants venir in the present tense. Okay, here's the answer. You can pause this to write it down if you need to. We're looking for something in the present tense. Mon oncle et ma tante, so it's really the equivalent of ils, because it's both of them, viennent me visiter. Pause if you need to write this down. Now we're putting this in the past okay, in the passé composé. So it's a Van de Tramp verb. What's the helping verb we're going to use? Être. So that's the one we're going to conjugate, and then we're going to use the past participle of venir, which is venu. Here's the answer. Just a couple more. This is also going to be in the passé composé, and we have two girls, Michelle and Monique, came back to their seats. Remember, we're going to use être. Okay, last question. We have les chiens, the dogs, and this is going to be in the past tense, so this is going to mean became calm when the cat left. So, remember, all of these verbs are going to take être in the passé composé. Here's the answer. Okay, pretty easy. It's just one verb, basically one family of verbs that we need to know. And we'll be quizzing on this one right away. First, what we're going to do is take our quiz on the passé composé and the imparfait. And when we're done with that, we'll practice this verb a little bit in class, and then we'll quiz on it probably the following day. That's it, guys. Just one verb. Merci beaucoup.